In other news, Fox Chicago News has learned tonight that Suburban hospitals are preparing for a worst-case scenario during next month's NATO Summit. At least 10 hospitals performed drills simulating a radioactive dirty bomb explosion. The victims, volunteers from the U.S. Navy's Great Lakes Training Center. Here is political editor Mike Flannery with this exclusive report.
We want to make sure that as we're getting close to the NATO Summit that our staff are ready and trained and able to take care of our community.
So that's why an estimated 500 medical professionals and other volunteers held drills like this at 10 North Suburban hospitals yesterday, including Evanston Hospital. They donned bulky protective suits, tested radiation detectors, and ministered to about 100 U.S. Navy recruits. They were posing as victims of a so-called dirty bomb that had exploded, leaving their skin covered with deadly radioactive cesium. Doctors and nurses would have risked their own lives if they had begun treating the wounded before they were cleansed of radiation. One thing everyone learned yesterday is that the work is sweaty hard, and those suits become steamy hot.
Certainly, it is hot inside of them, but we do have plans in place so that we kind of rotate the staff through so they are in those suits for a fixed period of time, usually 20 or 30 minutes, and then we have a new set of staff that come through and take their place.
Dr. Temple said yesterday's dirty bomb scenario had been worked out in conjunction with the Secret Service and the Federal Department of Homeland Security. U.S. authorities are also preparing in the days ahead to deploy black-suited federal agents in and around downtown's federal buildings. They'll set up checkpoints at entrances to the zone and at individual buildings. From there to the hospitals that are getting ready, including Evanston, where a young intern tried on a protective hood this evening, the watchword is be prepared.
If something does happen, God forbid, we'll be ready to do something about it.
Federal authorities said there is no specific credible threat of an attack inside the United States, but they did add a new note of urgency today, warning that a so-called lone wolf terrorist could try to mark the first anniversary next week of the killing of Osama bin Laden. Robin?
All right, thank you, Mike. And one more reminder, the NATO Summit is Sunday, May 20th and Monday, May 21st. Could also be some action on Friday, May 18th and May 19th, 18th. Fox Chicago is the place for continuing coverage as the city prepares. See all the latest developments anytime on myfoxchicago.com.